Hi, my name is Lisa Arnett, and the topic I chose for my communications class is the presidential election. And I chose that because that's everything you're seeing in the news right now. They're really expressing themselves and communicating to the public, and that's how they're gaining their votes from everybody, is just by communication, because you're probably not going to go somewhere and see them in person unless they're just happen to come to your town and go to the college or the local university or the local library or the town square. So the only way that they have to gain your vote is through communication, expressing themselves, and making you believe in them. So I chose John McCain's speech when he won Wisconsin, and then he became the Republican candidate. He was nominated as the Republican sole candidate, where the Democrats still have two people participating and competing against each other for that Democratic nomination. So with John McCain's speech, the way he started out expressing himself, which was only a 12-minute speech, and he did extremely well in thanking everyone, expressing what he wanted to gain in the election, and how he was going to obtain your vote just in this 12-minute speech and communicating it to you. Barack Obama actually had a 45-minute speech at the same Wisconsin voting, and his went on so long that people thought that he just enjoyed talking about himself. And that's why he went on so long and liked to listen to himself speak, because it was almost too long. It needs to be short, sweet, to the point, getting everything that you want to get across to the people across and making your point. So with that, John McCain's speech for the general presidential election started out by thanking his family, his friends, his relatives for letting him be there, letting him participate in this once-in-a-lifetime candidacy, and now he's the sole Republican Party candidate. So he was really excited by that win, and you could see it in his emotion. He was using his hand gestures and thanking the public and expressing himself so greatly that they kept applauding, and his wife, it actually at times they kept laughing during this speech, because there was just so much emotion going on in that room. There was so much energy in that room. So he started off thanking his family, his relatives, and he thanked them for the love and encouragement that they were giving him. Then he was meeting with the great challenges and obstacles and wanted you to believe in his wisdom and his faith. So he was thanking you for that as well. He said he was going to fight for every moment of every day for the election and the campaign. He was fighting for change. Change in the economy, which we all know everybody's talking recession right now, so he's really got to express himself to get out of this dilemma that everybody's believing we're going into a recession. The gas prices keep going up. Healthcare keeps going up. Companies are closing, going bankrupt. They just can't stay in business anymore. So he's going to make the public believe him in these speeches, because you're not going to see him in person. So you have to believe him on what you see on the television, or what you read in the newspaper, or what you read in a magazine, or these teleconferences that they hold, and the debates that they hold. That's your only chance. That's his only chance to make you believe in him. He wants to make the right changes and gain the confidence and draw the people in. Just what I just explained. During the body of the speech, the energy of running for the presidency and his determination and passion of why he was running, he was explaining that in his speech. Keep the country safe and prosperous and prove to be worthy. He wants to prove to everybody that he can be worthy, just like the Democrats are trying to prove that they can be worthy. Use our morale, credibility to win the war, and make Congress help and assist in ending the war. The war's been going on. I just heard yesterday that the 4,000th soldier was just killed. Are they going to do anything special for that soldier? No, it's just another number. but it was the 4,000th soldier that was killed in this war that's been going on that we don't see an end. You just keep sending more troops over. Bush keeps sending more troops over. So John McCain's duty through speech and communication is to make you understand how he's going to quit and stop the war and get it all to end. Get our troops back here in the United States. Make families be one again before anybody else is killed. The purpose is to keep the country prosperous, free, safe, and proud. That's his goal. The changes we offer will reflect and communicate back to the people then. If he is able to keep the country prosperous, free, safe, and proud, then the changes will reflect and come back to you and the communities. The country as John McCain sees it, keep the country safe and prosperous, just like I just stated. That's his goal, safe and prosperous. Because we don't feel we're safe if we're in war, and we keep sending troops over. My nephew's over there, and he's supposed to be over there for 18 months. He's going to miss 3 Christmases with his 3-year-old son, and watch him grow up, and watch him start preschool. So we need to get the troops back here. He's going to rely on the strengths of the companies. He wants the companies to continue to grow. He wants to keep that export-import open for the raw materials. We want to be able to build the product in the United States, ship it out, make the United States proud. Make it made in the U.S. is the biggest thing what we're looking for. Encourage economic growth and hold the government accountable for their actions. That's what he really wants to do. The transition. Freedom might someday come to the center of Cuba acquiring nuclear weapons. Enemies try to use these weapons against us. So that's why we need to keep our ties open with these allies and what we can do to someday be one and communicate better, share things. Like I said, import, export raw materials, make the goods, ship them out, and buy their goods in to replace what we cannot make in the United States. Encourage economic growth and hold the government accountable is what I had stated, but to make the tax code more fair so more people can have jobs. That's the whole picture here. We need more people to have more jobs, unemployment to be lower, gas prices to be lower, and he's doing this research, which he has a group of people that does the research, but he's the one that has to communicate that research that they've done through, like I said, through television, radio, and making you understand who he is. You have to believe him just by watching what he tells you and how he expresses himself. He's not the youngest candidate. He's probably the oldest candidate, but yet he's the most experienced candidate. In conclusion, what John McCain says is, don't tell me what we can't do. We must and be willing to do everything to get this country turned around and continue on in a positive direction. As you can see, you understand now why I chose the Republican candidacy, because that's what's out there now. That's what everybody's communicating. That's what you're seeing on television. And you're only going to see more and more. You know, like I said, you're down to 2 Democrat nominees right now, and you're down to 1 Republican. So those 2 Democrats are really going to go at it, you know, and what I don't like to see is they're going to start putting each other down and criticizing each other. John McCain in this speech also talked about Obama, but what he did is he related to him without even saying his name. You knew who he was talking to, but through communication and the way he did it, you knew that it was Mr. Obama that he was referring to. So with that, I'm going to end my speech. Hopefully you know who you're going to be voting for. If not, please watch them on the television and the teleconferences, and through communication you will decide who you're going to vote for in the election coming up. Thank you.